Welcome to yet another Revit tutorial. Kindly like, share, subscribe, and share with your friends to be able to motivate me to keep creating more content like this. So in today's session, we shall look at the modify tab or the contextual tab that comes up during the modeling stage. So when you select the wall, or any other element, the modify walls contextual tab or modify tab has appeared. So this modify tab modifies project elements and systems. The modify tab changes based on the selected elements or families within the project. So going to the modify panel, which is here, we shall look at our first tool, and our first tool is the move tool, which also has a shortcut of MV. So when you select the move tool, you can be able to select the element. So in this case, select the move tool. So you select the element. You select the element, then you can be able to select the element you want to move first, then tap the move icon. Then you can be able to specify the distance move it, or you could type in, let's say 75 feet. Enter. So it has been able to move to the desired position. So hovering over the move icon, a video comes up on how the icon can be used. So it's a tip. So when using the move tool, we come to the options bar. We can be able to turn on the constraint or the disjoint options, which allows you to move the element in various ways. So our next modify tool is the copy tool. So when we select our wall, copy tool, so we can be able to either constrain it or not deconstrain, or we can disable the multiple tools. So if you have to copy without the multiple tool, it will work in the same way as the move tool. So to be able to copy multiple times, you need to select the element, copy, then multiple. So in this way, we can be able to copy, maintaining the original source of the element. So our next tool in the modify tab, the modify panel or palette, is the rotate tool. So when we select our element, in this case the wall, then we come to the rotate tool. We can be able to put the choice of the angle of rotation. We can give it 45. Then we can be able to select, we left mouse, select the value of rotation, and after we can choose how far we want our to rotate. So it has rotated here, maintaining the original source. So if you select the tool, rotate, and you disable copy, it will be able to rotate without maintaining the original. So you need to always tweak the option bar options when using these modify panel icons. So the next icon is the trim extend to corner tool command, which has a shortcut of TR. So here it is the trim extend to corner command. So when you select it, you will select the first line to trim, then you select the second line to extend. So we've been able to extend our walls in this section. So the next icon is the trim extend single element, where you will need to draw a reference line to be able to trim to extend it. So when you go to your architecture tab, you can draw a model line to work as your reference line. Draw it from here to here. Then after you come to your modify tab, you choose your trim to extend. So you select the reference line, trim to, and then select the wall, which should extend the reference line. Boom. And this is how the trim extend single element tool command works. So trim or extend the multiple elements tool. This works when you want to extend many multiple elements to a single element. So when you come here on the modify panel, click trim extend. So you can able to select the reference. Our reference will be this. Then we put a selection box which would need to extend those. So now we've been able to extend multiple walls to the single reference wall. So the next tool is the align tool or command, which has a shortcut of AL. So this will align tools to a certain reference point. So you need to select the reference. So in this case, we can select this as the reference. So the alignment tool is here. Align tool. Then we select the reference. Then we choose the element to align it to. So we can choose this wall, and now it has been aligned. So we can lock this padlock to constrain the element based on the reference, so as it's not able to be moved away. So our next command is the offset tool, which has a shortcut of OF. This here. Use a reference of another element based on the mouse position to element on the mouse position and offset the value in the option bar. So we come here to the offset value. We can use 12 feet. We enable numerical. So we want to offset this. So if you want to offset this wall, if you choose this side, you'll be offset the other side. If you choose this side, you'll be offset towards this side. So these tools enable you to model quickly within your drawing area to save time instead of going back to load new components. So you would just need to use the commands or tools in the modify tab to be able to model quickly. So our next command is the mirror pick axis tool or command. Which has a shortcut of M. So it is here, pick axis command. So we shall pick this as our axis to mirror. Then we can pick the walls to be mirrored on the axis. So we can first select the wall in this case. Then we come to pick mirror axis. We pick this as the axis to mirror our wall. And our new wall has been mirrored to this side. Then the next is the mirror draw axis tool or command, which has a shortcut of DM. It draws the axis. You draw the axis you want to use as your mirror using the left click on your mouse. You can still change the options bar to your desired setting. In this case, we can choose this wall mirror, so we can be able to use our left click on the mouse, draw a mirror, and our element has been mirrored to that side. So the other command is the split element tool or command, which has a shortcut of SL, splits an element or system. So still you could edit the options bar, the desired setting. So when you select your wall and come to the split element, it could be able to split the element. So we are done. So the elements which has been split is here, and it can be moved to another. Okay, oh, it has not been split yet. Yes, so it has been split, and now we can able to move and the component to another direction. So this could be used in modeling to create corners or to create spaces to insert entrance joints. So the next command is the split with gap tool or command. This creates a gap between the elements, so still you can edit the options bar and lock the control to be able to heal the walls. This prevents having a wall on top of another. So when you select our wall, it's here, split with gap. So the gap joint is already set as 1 feet. So yes, so we have, after splitting, we're able to lock our padlock. So yes, so locking this padlock enables us to heal the walls, to prevent the wall being on top of each other. So our next is the pin tool, which has a shortcut of pin, still here. So when an object is pinned, it cannot be moved. As I'm trying to move it, it can't be moved. And it can't be rotated. So still, the unpin is here. So after unpinning it, now you can be able to move it. That is how the pin and unpin tools work. So we have the delete tool, which is an X. So you just need to come here, click on delete tool, and you will delete the items you don't want in your project. So the other tool is the array tool or command, which has a shortcut of AR. It creates multiple elements associated with one another. Say you could edit the options bar. The array tool is here. So you need to select the option, you select the wall, then come to the array tool. Then the options bar comes up. So on the options bar, you could make it a linear array or a radial array. So you can group or associate members of your array. So you can determine the number of elements. Say you want 6 elements, you can insert them there. You enable it to be a linear array. Then you can use move to second. The number of arrays, wanted 6. Then move to last. So we can put the last 2. Does it work out? We are moving to the last. So yes. So you can still type in the arrays you want. So 7, enter. So our 7 elements have been made in a nutshell. So this should save you bundles of time compared to repeating the elements. So when you select the array which you've created, each element, I've selected an element in the array, so I can be able to edit a group. So here I can remove the selected group and click finish. So when I select it, it's ungroup. So when I ungroup it, it's now no longer part of the array. When I select the move tool, I could move it to another direction without affecting the array. So I select part of the array and try to move it. So that is how you ungroup part of the array. So the next, you could still use the radio array. You would select this, come to the array, set it to radio, number you may want 5. Then you could still set the angle, set 45. Then you come here, and you can able to set your array. Say desired angle. And you can press the number of types you want, say 7. Enter. So here we've made our radio array of 7 elements. So our next tool is the scale tool. So when you select a wall, come to the scale tool, which has shortcut of RE. So you can choose to scale it using numerical. So you can set a scale of 3. Then you can able to, so now it has, the scale of 3 has been inserted. So the wall has been magnified by 3 times. So the other options are now on the clipboard. So on the clipboard we have the copy, we have the copy to clipboard, we have the match type, we have the cut, then we have the paste tools. So if still the copy tool can work with the shortcut of Ctrl+C or Ctrl+Insert. So when we select a wall and be able to copy to clipboard, we can paste it to another level or to another section of the drawing or to another project. So when we come here and we select paste from clipboard, we can able to paste it here, and then we can edit the pasted element by filtering or selecting all. Then we finish. So then our element has been pasted here. So that's how copy to clipboard works. So the other elements, coming back to our copy tool, select this, and when you copy to clipboard, or you still have options to paste. So when you copy elements in an elevation view using this copy to clipboard, you need to use align selected levels. So when you come to your paste, you select align selected levels, so you can select the levels you would want to align, then OK. That's how the other option of paste. And there's also paste aligned to the current view. You copy families that are within the same project, then you paste to the same place, which create copies of an element multiple times. Then you can select an element and copy it in an elevation or section. You paste to aligned or picked level. Yes, so the next is the match type parameter, is the match type properties or command tool from the clipboard, which has a shortcut of MA. So when you come to a 3D view, we have our various walls here. So we can consider these 3 walls. So I'll select this wall. Oh, and select it. So if I select this wall, I can able to change its parameters to a masonry wall. So coming to fine and realistic view, it's now a masonry wall. So I could select this wall and change it to a concrete wall. So here, this is concrete and this is masonry. So using this match type properties tool, it copies type properties from one family to another. So we just select one element. So we shall select this wall. Then we use the match properties to tell us select an object to copy its type. So we shall select this. Then we select the object to change its type. So we select this. So now the two walls have now become concrete walls. So that is how the match type command works. So the other commands are the undo and redo in Revit. So this is the undo command, which has a drop down. So you could still drop down, still redo the project you desired command you'd wish to, in case of errors or change of the design parameters. So Ctrl plus Z is the shortcut of undo, and the drop down menu is displayed. So Ctrl plus Y is the redo command. It could also be used as Ctrl plus Shift plus Z. So our next command is measures between two reference tools or command. So when you come to the measure tab, going back to our 3D view, could be able to measure distances between references. So we could use the measure, it's here. So measure between two references, we could use this up to this. So it gives us a temporary measurement between the two references. So in the options bar, the options bar gives you the total length. So this could help you analyze the spacing between your numerous elements. So when you modify, the measures are temporary, so when you click away, they disappear. So the next command is measure along an element, which allows you to get information of a selected element. So you come here to measure palette, get measure along an element, select an element. So the measure of the element has been given. So we could be able to use this measure to change the size of the element to any other length. So the other measure element is the automatic measure. And the automatic measure is visible once you select an object. So after selecting the wall, the automatic measure has appeared. So you can double click to change the measures here. So you could change the measures to say 90, and you've changed them. Then you can select the control elements, change the measures. These are the control. So let's use another element, say this wall. So these are the controls. You could be able to use these controls to reduce on the size of the element. Then when you press shift or the space bar, it changes the locks of rotation of the elements based on the closest axis. So that's it for today on how to use the modify tab to be able to model quickly and save time by deleting the repetitious time. So in the next tutorial we shall look at opening a template, a project template, and working with grids and levels.